Thank you everyone for coming today to listen to our presentation. I'm here on behalf of the four Hertfordshire colleges, that's Hertford Regional College, North Herts College, Oaklands College and West Herts College. The four colleges came together in response to the ESF allocations from the LEP. We decided that we would try and put in a collaborative bid rather than bid against each other, as it made sense to work in partnership and respond to the needs of the entire needs of Hertfordshire by working collaboratively with all colleges. So just to give you a bit of a background of the group, we had a representative from each of the colleges come to a meeting, and we've established an action group where we meet regularly and discuss how it is that we're going to take this bid forward. We put together a paper that was sent to our college principals, all of which bought into the idea of working collaboratively. Obviously, with our experience of delivery across Hertfordshire and looking at the activities identified within each of the themes, we thought ourselves in a really good position to be able to respond, as this is delivery that we're doing day in and day out. So lots of the experience of delivering under each of the themes. The themes that we're going to make a bid for are themes 8 and themes 10. Obviously the benefits from working as a consortium include that we have full geographical coverage of the whole of Hertfordshire, with campuses based across the whole of Hertfordshire. We have specific expertise from each of the college under each activities where we can all share best practice across the whole of Hertfordshire. We've obviously got knowledge of local needs and specific targeted provision, as we've been working in Hertfordshire and across Hertfordshire for so many years. And we've got a wide range of experience in working with subcontractors and working on large projects. So although we will be putting in a bid as a consortium of colleges, we will be looking to work with subcontractors, and we have lots of experience of that on large ESF projects as well. So in terms of experience, we are working currently as a large ESF prime contract holder, and we've been doing so since 2008, and that's over £20 million worth of funding that we've used since 2008, specifically ESF funding. We're leading contractors, so we're prime contract holders across the east of England, not just Hertfordshire, and the East Midlands. And we're working with multiple stakeholders and subcontractors, so lots of experience of working with partnerships. Delivering a wide range of regional provision across a number of ESS activities for the employed and for the unemployed. We're supporting partners in working collaboratively to achieve those targets and to address local need. Previous project achievements include we were the winner of a Regional Equal Opportunities Award, and that was for one of our NEAT ESF projects, and we were shortlisted for the College Beacon Award, which was, we were shortlisted to one of 4 colleges across the whole country. So it's something that we're quite proud of, and those are specifically our ESF projects. We've also presented project findings at the Institute of Education and the ESF National Conference, and we were asked to present at those events and to share our good practice and knowledge of the projects and the research that we'd undertaken during those projects. And we've been used as an example of good practice on a number of case studies, but more recently an ESF Works case studies where learners were interviewed, tutors, project leads, etc., etc. So lots of experience and information available. This is just a slide that shows you a few of our latest ESF funded projects. These are the projects that add up to over £20 million. And you can see that pretty much every project in terms of the funding was delivered at 100 or over 100%. And at the time of putting these slides together, our English and Maths was predicted to have been around 91%. I now think that that's going to be over 100% as well. And in terms of starts, again, over 100% in every contract. So lots of experience of delivering large projects, but large successful projects more importantly. In terms of partnership working, what we'll be looking for in terms of the partners that we want to work with are partners that can add value and give good value for money in terms of the provision that they offer, have a good performance track record and experience of working with the client group, which is really important. We want targeted and bespoke provision. We want partners to be able to respond quickly to need and to move to different areas if need be. We're looking for innovative and exciting programs. We want partners to think outside the box, not just the run-of-the-mill programs that's delivered through mainstream activity, because that's something we can fund through mainstream activity. We want to use this ESF funding for innovative and exciting projects, something new to trial. We're open to working in partnership and sharing good practice. That's really important, that the partners that work with us are open to doing that, sharing their knowledge across our other subcontractors. And committed to complying with the contractual and data requirements of the project. Working on ESF projects, there are a number of very specific data requirements and lots of paperwork, as with all ESF funding, and it's really important we get that right, as that's what triggers the funding. In terms of a quality cycle, we've got a proven quality cycle that we've been working with. It seems to work. As you can see, we're delivering projects, successful projects, and we would use that cycle to recruit and select subcontractors, issue subcontractor contracts, monitor quality and compliance, which we will do regularly throughout the contract, monitor performance, and this is where we would decide if a partner is underperforming, whether to take actions to address the underperformance, or in some cases remove targets and reissue those elsewhere. And similarly with overperformance, if people are overperforming, then we want to continue to fund that if possible. And we use the cycle to complete the contract process as well, the contract closure process. In terms of contract compliance, we've got extensive experience, as I've said, with SFA and DWP Article 13 and 16 audits, and touch wood, as of today, every one of those audits that we've had on a number of our projects have been error-free. So we've got a lot of experience in terms of the paperwork and data required by SFA and DWP. We've also been complemented on the resources, systems and procedures that we have in place to ensure compliance and sharing of good practice. And some of those things will include our due diligence process, our quality monitoring visits, which aren't just around us looking at what you're doing and making sure that you're doing as you should. It's about the sharing of good practice as well. Planned and unannounced audits, contract validation meetings, county steering groups. We hold a steering group here throughout the county where all subcontractors and relevant stakeholders are invited, and we expect everyone to attend those and participate to share good practice and discuss performance. We hold good practice events where if we've got a specific piece of good practice that we want to share across the network, we'll bring everybody in so that everyone can benefit from that. And facilitated masterclasses as well. We'll be using the knowledge and skills throughout the network that we develop to share those skills and knowledge through facilitated masterclasses. Lots of resources that we provide for our partners and our subcontractors. We have a bespoke MI system that we have specifically built, web-based, that we call SIRS, where you'll be able to monitor your own delivery throughout the contract. And that's where we keep all of the forms that you'll need, newsletters, good practice case studies. There's lots of information on the web, on YouTube, discussions with particular groups that we'll be targeting. We have our seasonal newsletter and our guidance, which is the Bible for getting everything right in terms of paperwork and audit compliance. And we've produced DVDs which showcase our good practice from each of our projects, and we'll be supplying everyone with those in the next round should we be successful, and we'll be continuing the good marketing that we've been doing up until now, and to do that we'll need your help. In terms of local knowledge, as I've said before, we've got a consortium that covers the whole of Hertfordshire. Each consortium member with very specific localised knowledge and an understanding of the demographic picture. We've got an established infrastructure with access to venues across Hertfordshire, and they're state-of-the-art venues. Most of the college campuses are now new builds, and our subcontractors will have access to those facilities as well. And we, of course, have access to a plethora of specialists and resources within each of the colleges, and we have well-established stakeholder relationships with schools, local authorities, JCP, etc. So in terms of the way forward, we are anticipating that we will deliver approximately 40% as the 4 colleges of the contracts, depending on the specification content, which we don't know as yet. We will be looking for partners on a phased approach who can offer additionality to what we're offering as colleges, and we'll be looking for those subcontractors to deliver the remainder of the contracts. We expect, although it's a very unknown number at the moment, but we expect maybe subcontract 4 partners per college, and as there's 4 colleges, that will be 16 subcontractors in Hertfordshire. Along with the 4 colleges, that will be 20 partners, although some partners may subcontract with more than 1 college, so it might not be as many as that. And we will offer our partners detailed guidance, the systems and procedures they will need to ensure contract compliance, training and access to masterclasses and partnership working so that our subcontractors can develop good relationships with other partners in the area, a variety of platforms to share good practice, experience data support, and an embedded claims process and quick payments. We make sure we pay our providers very quickly for the delivery that they do on our behalf. In terms of a management fee, we'll be looking for between 15 and 20%. Again, we need to see the detail of the specifications before we decide on that. To be added to our contacts list and to get our expression of interest, you need to email hertscolleges@yahoo.com. Sorry, that address isn't on the slide, but it is on the slides that you can access from the Hertfordshire and Bedfordshire Provider Network forum, but it's hertscolleges@yahoo.com. If you send us an email of your details, we'll make sure that you receive an expression of interest. And I thank you for listening to me. Thanks.